need of every customer. And since 1949, we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. As Mercer County and Bergen continue to grapple with the issue of a data center, Boyle County announced that they had passed a one-year moratorium prohibiting data centers in Boyle County. They actually passed it early last month. This moratorium puts a 12-month prohibition on the acceptance, review, processing, or approval of any and all applications, permits, or requests related to the establishment, expansion, or construction of data centers within Boyle County. It also directs Boyle County Planning and Zoning to review, evaluate, and prepare text amendments or regulations for consideration by the fiscal court. The moratorium will run through June of next year. Speaking of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, they'll have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes updates from Solid Waste and Recycling Director Angie Muncy, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and a first reading on an animal control ordinance. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. And the Intersection Improvement Project is making its way into Boyle County. The project, which started in Anderson, came south to Mercer, will now come to Boyle County. Beginning today, left turn lanes and through lane on both eastbound and westbound lanes on Kentucky 34, that's Lebanon Road at mile point 12.2, will be closed. This will allow crews to pour new concrete approaches. The lanes are expected to remain closed through Friday. The City of Danville's final local government literacy class will be tomorrow. Beginning in March, the City of Danville held classes once a month on different topics, from how the water plant operates to city safety with the fire department to city planning. Tomorrow's local government literacy program will focus on Parks and Rec, where Public Works and Parks and Rec will get together for a grill and learn, grilling food and exploring how work and play make Danville a great place to live. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Michael Smith Park. You can register for the event at danvilleky.org/learn. And while much of the news of the special called City Council meeting in Bergen last week focused on the annexation of property into the city limits of Bergen, a move that many believe could pave the way for a data center, one thing that happened to begin the meeting was the resignation of Mayor Jamie Keyboards. During Thursday's meeting, Bergen City Council voted to have Councilmember George Hensley chair the meeting in the absence of a mayor, but Bergen will have to name a replacement for Keyboards. Under Kentucky law, the council must fill that vacancy within 30 days. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Our Little Riley Joe, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Featuring convenience, stay in your car drive-through, complete diabetes shop Monday through Friday 9 to 7. Saturday 9 to 5, Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville, behind Cracker Barrel. Mostly sunny, 85 and 66 is your high and low. Sunshine and 87 tomorrow, sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 7:11 in the morning. It's Monday, the 13th day of the month of July, 071326 on your calendar. And I'm so happy to have you this morning right here on The Joe Show. 859-238-9447. is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. There is a wild video going around right now that shows a massive bull bison charging towards a tourist at Yellowstone and then throwing him 8 feet into the air at Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. I'm looking at a freeze frame of the video, and this guy is like doing a cartwheel in the air. His left arm and shoulder is parallel to the ground, but 8 feet in the air while this picture is taken. This is a wild video. A bison throwing a guy in the air at Yellowstone National Park.
It happens time and time again. You're at a park with your family trying to relax and... yes, a bison charges you and throws you 8 feet into the air. Well, not anymore with the Bison Detection app. Yes, anytime a bison is within 20 yards of you, the Bison Detection app lets you know so you can flee the area.
The Bison Detection app is great. A couple weeks ago, I was at a cookout with my friends, and a massive bull bison ran up on me and tossed me like a rag doll. Well, thank goodness I had my...
Warning, there is a bison next to your garage. He is coming this way.
Huh? But I don't see no bison, and I should have listened to the Bison Detection app.
You've got that right. The Bison Detection app. Download it today.
Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning here in the 7 o'clock hour on The Joe Show. Federal health authorities say an outbreak of an intestinal illness caused by a parasite has now spread to 31 states. The CDC said it has received 843 cases of cyclopariasis as of Thursday. Michigan alone reported over 1,500 cases as of Friday. The numbers are likely higher because they only account for reported cases. The CDC says as of Thursday there have been 86 hospitalizations and no deaths nationally. The areas hit the hardest by this outbreak appear to be the Midwest and Northeast, including Michigan and New York. People can contract the illness by eating food or drinking water contaminated with the parasite. Cooking produce is an effective way to avoid an infection, as heating food to 158 degrees Fahrenheit or higher kills cyclospora. Barbie stamps are coming to the U.S. Postal Service. Their latest offering goes on sale today, and it features Barbie-themed stamps designed in collaboration with Mattel. The Postal Service says the stamps were created with a spirit of fun, using a mix of eye-catching shades, but leaning heavily on pink. They portray the best-selling doll of all time through the years, dressed for 10 different iconic careers, including surgeon, astronaut, paleontologist, and singer. The stamps are a third taller than what the stamps usually are. The New York Times says a group of their journalists received subpoenas from the Justice Department after the report on the president's new Air Force One not being equipped with necessary security measures. According to the paper, the list includes Julian Barnes, Eric Lipton, Tyler Pager, and Eric Schmidt, who reported about security concerns in the new Air Force One. The Times says the reporters were summoned to testify before a grand jury on Wednesday. Bruce D. Brown, president of the Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press, clapped back at the DOJ's action by saying that the subpoenas, quote, break from long-standing Justice Department practice to protect the public interest and press independence by requiring prosecutors to only seek information from reporters as a last resort when all other avenues have been exhausted. A TV star from the 70s has died. Randolph Mantooth had a TV career that spanned 5 decades, but is best known for starring in the hit pandemic series Emergency, which ran from 1972 to 1977. The show introduced the paramedic profession to the public. Randolph performed his own stunts for the series. Mantooth went on to have a long career as a guest star on TV shows and was nominated for several awards for his roles on soap operas, including Loving and General Hospital. His family said on Friday that Randolph Mantooth died after a long illness and being in hospice. He was 80 years old. President Trump threatened Iran on Saturday after the funeral of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei featured open calls for Trump's killing. Right on social media platforms, Trump said 1,000 missiles are aimed at Iran, with thousands more to follow should the Iranian government act on its threat to assassinate him. He added the U.S. military is ready to decimate and destroy all areas of Iran. Mourners of the funeral repeatedly held banners calling for Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to be killed. Israel had reportedly warned the U.S. press of a fresh, specific plot on Trump's life. The threats come as an interim deal to end the war unravels, with Iran now insisting the Strait of Hormuz is under its sole control, while the U.S. insists it's open for business. That's what's breaking and trending this morning, right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It is 7:17 in the morning, 71 degrees, Monday, the 13th day of July. And sports with the Big Daddy is coming up next.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports. And this is Sports with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA Zisco Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The Home Run Derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, weather caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2026. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Extension cords can really come in handy around the house, but if used improperly, they can also cause a fire. Here's some advice from the folks at your local electric cooperative on how to use them safely. Never nail or staple a cord to the wall or floor. Don't run cords under rugs or carpets. And always throw away frayed, cracked, or worn extension cords. We're Kentucky's electric cooperative, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends at Morning Point in Danville. They have the lantern there with 2 levels of memory care for early and latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. Get information online at Facebook, Morning Point of Danville. Point has an E on the end of that word, Morning Point of Danville. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low tonight 66, sunshine at 87 tomorrow, Wednesday sunny and 90. Right now, 7:22 in the morning. Parents, if you're looking for something for the kids to do this week, if you're watching the video live stream on Facebook or YouTube and you see the QR code in the background, I'm trying to point to it on the camera. That's a QR code registration for the Ashland Danville Wild West VBS, Mission Trail VBS. It starts tonight at 6 o'clock. I was able to see the decorations for this yesterday. Insane. I mean, like, I'm not even joking. They are the most in-depth VBS decorations that I have ever seen in my life. And I have been involved with VBS. I mean, my dad was the pastor for the church for 35 years, for crying out loud, right? So, like, I've been involved in VBS my entire life. I've never seen decorations quite like this. Ashland Danville VBS, QR code. It's obviously free right behind me, or you can register online, ashlanddanville.org, I think is the website, and register. But the easiest would be just load up the Facebook video stream, Hometown Live Radio, and scan the QR code. And again, it starts tonight at 6 o'clock at Ashland Danville on the bypass. 859-238-9447. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. Let's see what's going on in the box office on a Movie Monday this week. All right, it is Moana. That's what it was, Moana. I was trying to think in the 6 o'clock hour, what was the new movie that came out that's supposed to be just like crazy? Moana, the weekend box office, but lower numbers than expected. The film stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and newcomer Catherine Legea brought in $43 million to debut at number 1. According to Variety, it was projected $60 to $65 million, so it's way below what it was projected. A budget of $250 million it was expected to take in with that budget, so well below previous Disney live-action remakes as well, including 2025's Lilo and Stitch, which debuted with a box office of over $100 million. Last week's number 1, Minions and Monsters, brought in another $20.5 million, which landed at number 2 this week. Toy Story 5 is still doing its thing at number 3 with $18.5 million. Another new release, the supernatural horror film called Evil Dead Burn, debuted at number 4 with $13.7 million, followed by Young Washington at 5 with $6.4 million. Again, number 5, Young Washington. Number 4 is Evil Dead Burn. Number 3 is Toy Story 5. Number 2 is Minions and Monsters. And number 1 in the box office is Moana. $43 million. Selling to number 1, but still well under projections for its opening weekend.
Should stay at home and sleep all day. I've got to get back to work, though I'm in a haze. Black coffee, I'm knocking it back. I'll drink the whole pot or crawl back in the sack. Morning light, just ain't my thing. I'm here to tell you I love sleeping. Boss is waiting, he's so uptight. He's really about to pay you such a sorry sight. I'm not a Monday thing.
All right, I got to go back to the story of this grandpa being thrown into the air by a bison, because I didn't realize that the guy was that old. He was a grandpa. There's a couple of things that 10-year-olds and wild animals have in common. They can really throw a tantrum when they don't want their picture taken. So here's the story behind the grandpa being thrown in the air by a bull bison at Yellowstone National Park, who charged at grandpa, who was visiting there with his grandson. The grandpa tries to run around some trees to avoid the bison, but the bison eventually catches up to him and flings him up in the air like a rag doll. 8 feet in the air, and then falls, coming back down to the ground hard. He was seriously injured, but thankfully he's expected to make a full recovery. It happened just 2 days ago on Friday, or I guess 3 days ago on Friday. It's unclear what caused the bison to get so upset, but this was apparently not a case of a wild animal being provoked. It's not like Grandpa was provoking the animal. The photographer who caught the incident is a man named Michael McLeod. In an interview he did, he said the bison wandered into a campsite and initially targeted some young boys by a tent who were just taking photos 50 to 100 feet away. The kids scattered, but shortly after, the bison spotted Grandpa walking with his grandson, who stopped to take photos of the bison, but from a distance. It then charged at him. The grandson ran off, but Grandpa got chased down, got hooked by the horns, and then got tossed in the air. Now, witnesses were able to shoo the bison away. They formed a perimeter to keep him from coming back, and they called 911. The guy photographing the whole thing, Mike McLeod, also ran over and joked with the old man, saying that as a former U.S. Army paratrooper, he'd give his landing a 9.5 out of 10. And Grandpa said back, well, if you just caught me 5 years ago, I could have done better. The grandpa, whose name has not been released, suffered a broken leg and required surgery. He's not commented since then. The National Park Service is investigating, but again, it doesn't sound like anyone acted inappropriately. That said, even if you are acting responsibly, wild animals are, well, wild animals, and they can be unpredictable, dangerous, even from a distance. Well, I don't like cats. I like cats are unpredictable and dangerous, even at a distance. 7:29, we're 60 seconds away from K&N News.
The skies are calling. Introducing Flying Fox, taking flight only at Kentucky Kingdom. Strap in and soar on Kentucky's newest suspended coaster. Flying Fox climbs over 6 stories high, taking you higher, faster, bolder. Bring the whole family to enjoy it all, including the new Discovery Meadow. This summer on the all-new Flying Fox, only at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Tyler Smith's family is disputing Lexington Police's conclusion on the matter of his death July 4th. The department says his death was accidental from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but the family does not buy that story. Police have charged 20-year-old Bryce Chestnut for physical evidence tampering, something the family calls insufficient. Grandmother Niecy Anderson and Uncle Trayvon Petty telling WLEX Smith was never depressed nor had suicidal tendencies. Lexington police continue to investigate. Kentucky State Police have charged the victim's stepfather in a deadly Middlesboro shooting from Saturday night. Wiley Denzel Pittman was arrested for that death of Danny Brown Jr. He was found near Bell County Coal. Kentucky State Police continue to investigate. Pittman remains in the Bell County Detention Center for a murder charge. The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is taking social media posts to task as they point out fraudulent rental listings across TikTok. The office confirmed to WBKO that most of these posts list properties in Franklin and Simpson counties, with those listed with incorrect owners. Officials warned those thinking about rentals to always meet the owners, the landlords, or the property managers in person before handing your money. And it's officially the end of the term for London's mayor. Travis Laird explains.
Former Lamborghini driving mayor of London, Kentucky, has officially thrown in the towel. Randall Weddle resigned this weekend, just hours before the city council could formally kick him out of office. His political collapse ends a tenure highlighted by him allegedly mortgaging city property, directing the police force to investigate his enemies, and maintaining a fake residence to allow him to run for mayor of London while he and his family lived in Kiwi. I'm Travis Laird.
And I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
At the Kentucky Higher Education Student Loan Corporation, we understand that grants and scholarships don't always cover the full cost of education. Our Advantage Parent Loans with fixed interest rates are designed to help parents fill the funding gap without worrying about hidden costs or surprise fees. As a nonprofit lender, we're committed to keeping your focus where it belongs, on your family. Advantage Education Loans is managed by Key Slick. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. As Mercer County and Bergen continue to grapple with the issue of a data center, Boyle County announced that they had passed a one-year moratorium prohibiting data centers in Boyle County. They actually passed it early last month. This moratorium puts a 12-month prohibition on the acceptance, review, processing, or approval of any and all applications, permits, or requests related to the establishment, expansion, or construction of data centers within Boyle County. It also directs Boyle County Planning and Zoning to review, evaluate, and prepare text amendments or regulations for consideration by the fiscal court. The moratorium will run through June of next year. Speaking of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, they'll have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes updates from Solid Waste and Recycling Director Angie Muncie, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and a first reading on an animal control ordinance. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. And the Intersection Improvement Project is making its way into Boyle County. The project, which started in Anderson, came south to Mercer, will now come to Boyle County. Beginning today, left turn lanes and through lane on both eastbound and westbound lanes on Kentucky 34, that's Lebanon Road at mile point 12.2, will be closed. This will allow crews to pour new concrete approaches. The lanes are expected to remain closed through Friday. The City of Danville's final local government literacy class will be tomorrow. Beginning in March, the City of Danville held classes once a month on different topics, from how the water plant operates, to city safety with the fire department, to city planning. Tomorrow's local government literacy program will focus on Parks and Rec, where Public Works and Parks and Rec will get together for a grill and learn, grilling food and exploring how work and play make Danville a great place to live. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Michael Smith Park. You can register for the event at danvilleky.org/learn. And while much of the news of the special called city council meeting in Bergen last week focused on the annexation of property into the city limits of Bergen, a move that many believe could pave the way for a data center, one thing that happened to begin the meeting was the resignation of Mayor Jamie Keyboards. During Thursday's meeting, Bergen City Council voted to have Councilmember George Hensley chair the meeting in the absence of a mayor, but Bergen will have to name a replacement for Keyboards. Under Kentucky law, the council must fill that vacancy within 30 days. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank, and a current scam is telling people to send cash money through a crypto ATM. No bank will ever tell you to transmit money through a crypto ATM, ever. If in doubt, contact us or local authorities.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, there, Little Riley Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Mark or Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6000. 66, 86, mostly sunny, a high of 85, and a low tonight of 66. Sunshine and 87 is the high tomorrow. Wednesday, sunshine and 90. Thursday, sunshine and 90. Right now, it is 7:37 in the morning. So happy to have you right here on the radio on the Joe Show. 859-238-9447 is your phone number to call in here this morning. 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you right here on the radio on the Joe Show. We are waiting for Linda McClanahan to give us a call in for this morning's County Agents Corner. And as we wait...
You believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw!
Oh, yeah, we have ourselves a new world record. Pitbull, who was the rapper, singer Pitbull, and his fans set a Guinness World Record over the weekend for the largest gathering of people in bald caps. It was a show at BST Hyde Park on Friday in London, England. The official total, 22,141 people, including Pitbull himself, who also wore a bald cap, even though he's already bald. But had he not worn one, then it would have been 22,140. He said, quote, "It's a blessing and an honor to see all these baldies." 400 volunteers counted the bald cap wearers, and 42 drones captured video for other counters to use for the official tally. Yes, Pitbull and his fans on Friday set a Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people in bald caps. Happened during a show on Friday at BST Hyde Park in London. A new world record. All right, let's go to Texas for this story. Oh, I guess it's Texas. Where did I see Texas at? Maybe it's not Texas. I don't know. Grocery prices are still a pain for a lot of people, but what if someone told you that a place was selling a cup of water for $12? You might wonder, nothing is sacred anymore, right? Well, it's a luxury grocery chain called Erewhon that started selling cups of what they call sacred water for $12 each. It's not regular tap. It's water, plus ice, plus what they call add-ons. If you're not sold yet, check this out. Sacred Water is a partnership with a company that makes shower head filters. But the precious add-ons are not the gunk that gets trapped in the shower heads. Erewhon describes the drink as a clarified herbal tonic infused with organic jasmine tea and botanical extracts, served as a refreshing elixir poured over ice. The listed ingredients are coconut water, jasmine tea, raw honey, holy basil, green cardamom, white grape juice, and coconut milk. Now, naturally, there are some people intrigued by this, but most people are just roasting it. One person said sacred water, more like shower water. If you care, the showerhead brand is Jolie. And Erewhon also carries their products for around $170. So for $200, you and your partner can improve your shower filtration and each grab a glass of fancy water as well. For what it's worth, someone from the LA Times tried this sacred water. They tested it. They said it tasted like coconut water without a hint of any of the other ingredients. So you're basically buying a drink that tastes like coconut water for $12. It is Sacred Water, a grocery store selling $12 cups of what they're calling sacred water. 7:40 in the morning. I don't know if we're going to have a County Agents Corner this morning or not, so let's go ahead and give you some random facts brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
All right, here we go. Fact number one, the shortest recorded song is a song called You Suffer by a group called Napalm Death. It was from their debut album called Scum. It is exactly 1.316 seconds long. I guess we can listen to it. Let's see what it sounds like. I've never heard this before. 1.316 seconds long. There it is. Let's hear it again if you want to. You Suffer. It's exactly that length. 1.316 was also recorded as one side of a 7-inch single, the shortest recorded song, a song called You Suffer by Napalm Death. Technically, number 2, bananas aren't grown on trees. The banana plant is sometimes called a banana tree, but it's actually an herb since it has a succulent stem instead of a wood one. So, it doesn't have a wood stem, so it can't be a tree. It's basically an herb. Number 3, the inventor of the ATM, guy invented the ATM machine, thought it would be best to use 6-digit PIN numbers. But he ran the idea by his wife, and his wife could only remember 4 digits. And so because of her so-so memorization skills, it's been 4 digits ever since. Number 4, Amelia Earhart was in an open marriage. That's where both she and her husband could have relationships with other people outside of the husband and wife. It was her idea because she considered marriage, quote, foolish, and faithfulness, quote, medieval. Okay, and number 5, there have been more than 400 different flavors of Kit Kats in Japan, including pear, soybean, blueberry cheesecake, green tea, and wasabi. Random facts for you on this Monday morning, the 13th day of the month of July. We're stepping aside, coming back, and Sarah Pollum, Chamber of Commerce Director, texted me earlier, said she couldn't do 720, but she could do 750. We got her on, coming up next.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA Zisco Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The Home Run Derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, weather caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2026. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deals. So shop now! Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Ray and Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Ray and Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Rayleigh Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenience, stay in your car, drive-through complete. Diabetes shop, Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturdays, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Cloudy skies right now, sunshine later. A high of 85, a low tonight 66. Tomorrow, sunny and 87. Wednesday, 89. Thursday, 90. Friday, 89. And Saturday, 89 as well. Shouldn't rain really at all this week. Best chance comes over the weekend, but just a 30% shot of showers over the weekend. 7:50 in the morning, 71 degrees, and Sarah Pollum joins us from the Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm calling live from the Danville Country Club tent here at our conference swim meet. So cool. It's quite the morning.
Nice. Where is the conference swim meet?
It is at Spindletop Hall in Lexington.
Oh, so you all have you all repping the Danville Country Club there in Lexington.
Oh, we are. Our youngest is here, ready to swim his little heart out.
Cool. What's the name of the team?
So our team, it's just the Danville Country Club Fighting Fish.
The Fighting Fish? That's awesome.
Fighting Fish.
Well, that's cool. So how many...
Listen, the old school logo is a fish with boxing gloves, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that's sweet. What's the number of meets that you all are going to be swimming in? Is it an all-day affair?
It's an all-day affair. It's all week. Monday, Tuesday. Don't step on it, please. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Nice.
And I believe dive started yesterday.
Cool. Great. Well,
It's a long
congratulations
week.
and good luck. What happens if you win or if you place a certain place? Do you move on to state?
Well, you move on just here. It's just within the conference. So you move on to the next day.
Okay. All right, so you just keep on moving on. Well, cool.
You just keep on moving on. It's pretty
That's-
cool.
that's
It's a pretty intense day.
Well, good luck then to the Fighting Fish and repping
Let's go
the Danville
Fighting
Country
Fish.
Club. Yeah, I love it. Hey, what's going on with the Chamber of Commerce over the last
Well,
week and this week?
We have our Young Professionals program is coming back August 12th on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. We are going to meet at Dry Stack Coffee. They have graciously offered to host us. And so we are hoping that anyone who is 40 and under or feels that young can come and join us for some coffee and conversation, do some networking. It's been about, I think, 10 years since the Young Professional program has been active, so we are trying to restart with a vengeance.
Nice. The Young Professionals. What date is that again?
That's going to be August 12th.
Okay. How do you qualify for that? What's the oldest young age that you can be to be a young professional?
40, apparently.
40. Okay, so I still make the cut.
Not by my standards, but yes, we still make the cut.
Cool. So that is coming
No
up
matter how old we feel.
Wednesday, August 12th, 8:30 in the morning at Dry Stack. Do you RSVP for that, or you just show up?
You RSVP online. You can either shoot us an email at info@danvilleboylchamber.com, or you can RSVP on the Facebook invite. Either one is fine with us.
Awesome. Good stuff. What else is going on? Sarah, you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we lost you for a second. What else is going on?
I'm so sorry. Well, I was going to announce our Boyle County leadership class.
Okay, cool.
Is that all right?
Yes, that's
There's a lot
perfectly
of
fine.
people.
Go ahead, go for it. I'd
All
like to
right.
hear so these are the names of the people?
These are the names
All
of
right.
the people for the 26-27 Leadership Boyle County class.
All right.
So we are going to have Sarah Hamlin, Rebecca McNeese, Kinsey Westerfield, Hunter Brislin, Lindsay Culp, Courtney Bryant, Heather Ladowski, Levi Henderson, Krista Callanan, William Rains, Dakota Yates, Libby Kelly, Taryn, Anthony Jones, Maggie McAdams, and myself, Sarah Paul.
There you go. So what do these individuals do then? You said this is what now? Not young professionals. That was what we just talked about, right?
Yeah. This is our Leadership Boyle County group. So we will be going around town learning about all the different industries and offerings that Boyle County has to offer, and then doing some leadership training in between those. And it's 1 day a month for 10 months.
Awesome. So it's hard to keep track, Sarah. Like you all offer so many classes for people to get involved. You got the young professionals. You got Leadership Boyle County. You all are staying busy, getting the younger people involved in the community. I love it.
That's the hope. We want to try to get the younger people involved, and we want to try to really foster a new sense of civic service.
Yeah. So if, again, you wanted to have any information, any questions from the Chamber of Commerce, DanvilleBoyleChamber.com. You can RSVP as well for the Chamber Young Professionals. And Sarah, what's the phone number? People have any questions?
859-236-2361.
There it is, 236-2361. Sarah Paula. Sarah, appreciate you being on, and good luck to the Fighting Fish, okay?
Thanks, Joe. Go Fighting Fish.
There you go. Talk to you later. Bye. That's Sarah Pollum, Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director. Let's head out west, see what's going on in the world of absolute weird. Those people so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. Rule of thumb, celebrity does it, says it, or thinks that you should do something and think the opposite. And check this out. I say this every morning at this time. They're disassociated with reality. John Mulaney mentioned that Mick Jagger wasn't nice to work with on SNL in his 2018 stand-up special. Well, Mick finally responded. Sorta. He didn't actually see Mulaney's special, but he addressed how fame has changed his personality. Quote, "It does affect you. You can become disassociated." These are actual quotes from Mick Jagger for what people call real life. Psychologically, your actual state of mind is permanently damaged. Your late 20s and early 30s is a very tough time because it's a big ego trip, and you have a huge ego to do this. People that don't have huge egos have huge problems because they have to manufacture a completely different personality. Wow. There's no denying that Zendaya was absolutely stunning at the world premiere of The Odyssey in London, but fans are a bit disappointed that a private jet was used to deliver her dress hot off a Paris runway. If you haven't seen the dress, it is molded, looks almost porcelain, with a fringe skirt that's illuminated within. Her stylist Law Roach attended the fashion show to fetch the dress off the model for Zendaya. People are upset that Law took a jet from Paris to London, which is an hour and 20 minutes. Here are a few of the negative responses. One person said, quote, "The ultra-rich are making me hate fashion. We are rightly pressured to shop secondhand, support local designers, but someone across the world needs a dress for 5 minutes." Another said, quote, "This is such a wasteful action for a dress she only wore for a few photos. They could have waited a few days, seeing as they had a premiere in Paris too, and that's where the show was," unquote. And despite what our billionaire overlords would have you believe, you can have enough money. Just ask Rosie O'Donnell. For 6 years, she hosted The Rosie O'Donnell Show, one of the most popular and influential daytime talk shows on TV. And then in 2002, she quit. Not because her ratings were down, not because of a scandal, but because she found out she had $100 million in her bank account. She says, quote, "When I heard that number, I thought, okay, I'm done." And everyone was like, "Why are you leaving?" The answer, in addition to having enough, was her kids. Quote, "I wanted to be at their softball games. I wanted to be at school plays." She even refused another $100 million to do 2 more years. Her thinking at the time was, quote, "I already have that money, and if I think I need more, something's wrong with me," unquote. Here's a novel idea. Rosie O'Donnell quit working when she had enough money. Zendaya's catching flack for getting her Odyssey premiere dress delivered by a private jet. And Mick Jagger says that being famous disassociates a person, which is exactly what I say to begin this segment every morning. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood, the world of weird, the showbiz segment. Real quickly, back home on the home front, Melton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for lunch later on this afternoon. Let's pick out a sandwich. How about the hot shaved ham and Swiss? It is number 10 on the Melton's Deli menu. Smoked deli ham, shaved real thin, with Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise on a toasted croissant. It's number 10 on the Melton's Deli menu, 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Tell them you heard them this morning on the Joe Show. You want to try out the hot shaved ham and Swiss. It is your sandwich of the day. Hey, we're halfway home. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is coming your way next right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Political leaders from both sides of the aisle are reacting to the sudden death over the weekend of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Former Presidents Biden and George W. Bush offered their condolences on social media and noted the veteran Republicans' love of public service and more than 2 decades in Congress. NBC's Alice Barr on Capitol Hill this morning.
On Saturday night, emergency responders rushed to the 71-year-old's Capitol Hill home.
EMS 6 responders to injured 7 medic 7 with cardiac arrest.
His office saying the preliminary medical examiner's report cited a tear in the main artery from the heart due to cardiovascular disease.
And the office of Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell is releasing a statement following rumors of serious health issues surrounding the 84-year-old. More from Mark Mayfield.
The office of McConnell released a photo of the senator smiling in a hospital chair, saying he went to the hospital for a fall last month and was then diagnosed with pneumonia. It went on to say he didn't break any bones or suffer concussion, along with no evidence of a heart attack or stroke. He added in the statement, on advice from doctors, he won't be able to return to the Senate floor to vote just yet, but is not taking a break from Senate business, working closely with his legislative staff on current issues.
Mike Waltz says the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is broken down. Appearing on ABC's This Week, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations says Iran is not living up to the Memorandum of Understanding and that all options are on the table.
Regardless of whether you're party to some conflict, you cannot start shooting in all directions, attacking your neighbors, attacking civilian shipping, civilian infrastructure, throwing mines in international waterways.
His comments come amid new tensions surrounding the Strait of Hormuz. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hey, this is Lauren, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
As commercial real estate businesses continue to expand into new sectors, NAIOP, one of the industry's leading trade associations, is introducing a new name. Here's 2026 Chair Celeste Tanner.
Our new name, the Commercial Real Estate Development Association, better captures the breadth of our members' work across the many property types that make up the commercial real estate industry. It builds on nearly 6 decades of leadership while positioning us to support our members and advance the industry.
Learn more at credaglobal.org.
The NYPD is blaming a security breach for a Yankee Stadium Jay-Z concert being delayed hours and not letting out until 3 o'clock in the morning. More from Scott Pringle in New York.
The concert was supposed to start around 8 o'clock Sunday night, but Jay-Z did not end up taking the stage until a little after midnight. In a statement, the NYPD and Live Nation say hundreds in large groups who did not have tickets stormed in and in some cases breached security. That prompted a lockdown, and that meant folks with tickets had to wait hours outside the stadium while security sorted things out. The sold-out Yankee Stadium weekend shows were part of the rapper's 30th anniversary concert series. In New York, I'm Scott Pringle.
Best Buy is recalling thousands of gas ranges for loose knobs that pose a potential fire hazard. More from Lisa Carton.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission announced the recall after Best Buy said the affected gas ranges can be turned on unintentionally by people or pets. The company received one report of a knob being activated by accidental contact, but no injuries have been reported. Over 3,800 Insignia front control gas ranges sold in the U.S. and Canada are included. The recalled appliances were available at Best Buy stores nationally and online from November 2020 through March 2026. I'm Lisa Carton.
The semi-final round of the World Cup is almost here. France and Spain kick off from Arlington on Tuesday. Here's Scott Carr.
The French team, Les Bleus, took down Morocco 2-0 last week to advance to the semifinals, and Spain, the Red Fury, got past Belgium 2-1. That set up this week's rematch between the teams that clashed in the European Championship semis 2 years ago, where Spain beat France 2-1. Meantime, Lionel Messi and Argentina continue their World Cup title defense against Jude Bellingham's squad from England.
Michael Kastner, NBC.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone. Our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
Danville Lee's Famous Recipes been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips or 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville Lee's Famous Recipes Southport. That's not just chicken, it's tradition.
Good morning to you. It's Monday. It's the 13th day of July. Cloudy right now, but sunny later. 85 is your high on what's going to be a sunny and hot week. Forecast comes your way. News is now. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. As Mercer County and Bergen continue to grapple with the issue of a data center, Boyle County announced that they had passed a one-year moratorium prohibiting data centers in Boyle County. They actually passed it early last month. This moratorium puts a 12-month prohibition on the acceptance, review, processing, or approval of any and all applications, permits, or requests related to the establishment, expansion, or construction of data centers within Boyle County. It also directs Boyle County Planning and Zoning to review, evaluate, and prepare text amendments or regulations for consideration by the fiscal court. The moratorium will run through June of next year. Speaking of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, they'll have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes updates from Solid Waste and Recycling Director Angie Muncie, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and a first reading on an animal control ordinance. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. And the Intersection Improvement Project is making its way into Boyle County. The project, which started in Anderson, came south to Mercer, will now come to Boyle County. Beginning today, left turn lanes and through lane on both eastbound and westbound lanes on Kentucky 34, that's Lebanon Road at mile point 12.2, will be closed. This will allow crews to pour new concrete approaches. The lanes are expected to remain closed through Friday. The City of Danville's final local government literacy class will be tomorrow. Beginning in March, the City of Danville held classes once a month on different topics, from how the water plant operates to city safety with the fire department to city planning. Tomorrow's local government literacy program will focus on Parks and Rec, where Public Works and Parks and Rec will get together for a grill and learn, grilling food and exploring how work and play make Danville a great place to live. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Michael Smith Park. You can register for the event at danvilleky.org/learn. And while much of the news of the special called City Council meeting in Bergen last week focused on the annexation of property into the city limits of Bergen, a move that many believe could pave the way for a data center, one thing that happened to begin the meeting was the resignation of Mayor Jamie Keyboards. During Thursday's meeting, Bergen City Council voted to have Councilmember George Hensley chair the meeting in the absence of a mayor. But Bergen will have to name a replacement for Keyboards. Under Kentucky law, the council must fill that vacancy within 30 days. I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, WIMAX.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's coming your way, brought to you by Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy is your comfort as always. Their priority, veteran-owned, family-operated, locally trusted. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, 859-324-2770. Mostly sunny, a high today of 85, a low tonight 66, tomorrow sunny and 87, Wednesday sunny and 90. Right now it's 8:11 in the morning, 71 degrees, Monday the 13th day of the month of July. 859-238-9447, 238-WHIR. Ruby Klein-Eaton with a runner's mom and more. Good morning, Ruby. How are you?
Good morning. And I'm telling you what, it's time to start thinking about Christmas, don't you think? It's already mid-July.
I think we are. We're on kind of the downhill turn to Christmas, though, right? We're more than halfway through the year, so I guess when you put it that way.
Halfway through.
Yeah, Christmas in July.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for it. What we got going on, Ruby, in the world of running this week?
Okay, so anybody who wants to get some free ice cream, head on over to Wellington Park Friday night for the Crank and Boom Scoops 3K. Again, this is an awesome, amazing race, and it gets really, really crowded. So if you want to go, you need to get over there pretty early. Normally they have anywhere from 250 to 300 people running or walking because it's free ice cream whenever you get finished. So head on over to Wellington Park Friday night. And then Saturday, come see me and my team along with a bunch of other teams that is either going to be doing a marathon relay or an ultra for Survive the Night relay marathon, half marathon, or an ultra. Now, this is a benefit for cancer research through Ironcology, so I'm really, really happy to be a partner with them and Dr. Fetterman. Coming up on the 19th, I will be kind of tired, but I'm headed to Berea for the Bagel Boogie. That'll be Sunday morning on the 19th. The 24th, I'll be in Richmond during the evening at Whitehall for Moonlit Mile. And then early Saturday morning, I'll be headed to Run White and Blue 5K. On the 31st, anybody who wants to get a free bundt cake, come and sign up to do Nothing Bundt Fun 3K. Again, that's at Wellington Park again. And then Saturday, August 1st, you have your choice. A lot of people are going to be at the EJ Plummer Run, and I give everybody kudos for supporting him throughout the years, and it's going to be an amazing event for them. I will be at Millennium Park for the Back to School 5K. It's a new race that we're going to be doing hopefully every year. We may try to do something different in the coming year so it doesn't coincide with Coach Plummer's race, but this year we didn't have a choice. On the 8th, I will be in Louisville during the morning for a Summer Sizzler. That is with a Bodie's race. And then later on, I'll be in Lexington for a Midsummer Night Run. This, again, is one of my favorite events to do. Whether you walk, you run it. It's a big-ass party down in downtown Lexington. On the 14th of August, I'll be at Wellington again for the Cupcake Classic. Free food, people. Free cupcakes. Saturday morning on the 15th, we have DV8K, which is supporting the DV8 Kitchen and also Hope Center, which I'm a part of. I will be headed to Muddy Princess on the 16th. I'm going to be muddy again with my team. I'm looking forward to a bunch of new obstacles to do. 22nd, you can either do Sweaty Hooters, which is a trail run down in Nancy, Kentucky. I'll be doing Wicked Wine. Or you can stick around and do Triple Crot. And then I'll be back in Louisville again, taking pictures for Kickin' Butt on the 29th. And I have been booking and working and doing all kinds of things for the rest of the year.
You are busy, Ruby Klein-Eaton, keeping things going, a runner's mom and more.
I am.
Yeah, people have any questions for you, how can they get in touch with you?
Give me a call or a text at 859-583-7852. You can find me on all the social medias. I have recently shared some stuff coming up already in 2027, which is the Back Your Badge we have coming up again this year, but also we've already set a date for 2027.
Wow.
We also have a date for Southern Grit, that's the Endurance Challenge, and also for Pistol Ultra, which I've already got several people signed up for it, so we have got stuff going on.
A runner's mom and more. Ruby, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
Absolutely. Danville, get up, get out, get active.
There you go. There's a lot to talk about in the Sort of Sports Report this morning. I mean, there's a lot going on in sports. Let's start off here with the NFL. A group led by tech investor Vinod Khosla, I guess they say his last name, has agreed to buy the Seattle Seahawks for a record price. Terms were not officially disclosed, but sources say the sale price is $9.612 billion, the most ever paid for an NFL franchise. Kozla, founder of the venture capital firm Kozla Ventures, is currently a limited partner of the San Francisco 49ers, and his family must give up that stake as a part of the deal. Owners still have to approve the sale, with a special meeting expected in late August. The Seahawks went up for sale after winning the Super Bowl this year. The team has been owned by the estate of Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen since his death in 2018, with his sister Jody directed to eventually sell and donate the proceeds to charity. Kozla said his family is honored to be the team's next stewards. Speaking of buying stuff, you can now own a piece of the World Cup, literally. FIFA is selling chunks of grass field that'll be used for the July 19th final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. $450 for a chunk of grass. Each piece of turf comes sealed in a premium acrylic display with a USB keepsake and an authenticity film packaged in a hinged box. FIFA Store lists the segments at 17.5 by 17.5 by 17.5, though it never says whether that means inches, centimeters, or millimeters. The turf will only ship to addresses in the U.S. and Europe, and no orders go out until after the final is played for obvious reasons. The sale comes as FIFA faces criticism over steep prices at this year's tournament, with regular tickets going for as much as $33,000 for the final, and hospitality packages topping $34,000. Players and coaches have also griped about the quality of the MetLife field, which normally uses artificial turf for NFL games. In the UFC, Conor McGregor's knee was never a problem before the fight. According to his longtime head coach, John Kavanagh, McGregor suffered a brutal loss to Max Holloway at UFC 329 on Saturday when his right knee appeared to buckle after he threw a kick in the opening seconds, and the welterweight bout was stopped after just 69 seconds. It was McGregor's first fight in 5 years since breaking his other leg against Dustin Poirier in July of 2021. The quick injury sparked talk that it might have been pre-existing, but McGregor denied that online, and Kavanagh backed him up. Writing on Facebook, the coach said he was devastated, explaining the opening kick had been drilled daily for months without any trouble. McGregor, who's 37, has not revealed the extent of the injury, but UFC CEO Dana White said he and team doctors believe it was likely a torn ACL and does not think McGregor went in hurt. Here's the call as Max Holloway beat Conor McGregor 69 seconds into that match on Saturday at UFC 329.
So weird that he just keeps falling every time like that.
Yeah, not good.
Every time he throws.
Like there's something wrong with his leg. And that's that leg. It's the leg that he broke.
Oh, and now look, that's going to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
What is going on?
About as anticlimactic an end as there could be. McGregor's injured. There's some injury he's dealing with.
But why did they? It looks like his right leg.
Yeah, the right leg. He broke his left leg, so the announcer was incorrect there with his assumption during the fight, but he was just trying to watch it as it was going on. Here's Max Holloway praising Conor McGregor following their UFC fight on Saturday.
Hey, guys, let's give it up for Conor McGregor, guys. What an absolute animal. When we was in here, he kept trying to say, I was trying to call the fight, and he kept asking to fight on. Hey, but you guys are lucky, because they're going to be a Holloway versus McGregor 3 now.
Hey, in tennis news, Jannik Sinner is now a two-time Wimbledon champion. The top-ranked Italian beat Alexander Zverev 6-7, 7-6, 6-3, 6-4 yesterday to defend his title at the All-England Club, claiming his 5th Grand Slam crown. It was his first tournament since a stunning second-round collapse at the French Open during a Paris heat wave.
Jannik Sinner's supremacy is again the story at Wimbledon.
Meanwhile, on the women's side, Linda Noskova defeated Karolina Machova to win the Wimbledon Women's Singles Championship.
It's Linda Noskova, the latest Czech champion of Wimbledon.
And in soccer news, the World Cup semifinals are set. Spain defeated Belgium 2-1 on Friday to move into a semifinal match against France tomorrow. Here's the call as Mikel Merino gave Spain a 2-1 lead late in the game to win it over Belgium.
Rodri looking for Cucurella, clever. Kubasi taking aim, all spilled by Lemons and buried. It's that man again. Mikel Merino climbing off the bench once again.
Meanwhile, England beat Norway 2-1 to advance them to the other semifinal match. And on Wednesday against Argentina, they'll play them, who beat Switzerland 3-1 in the quarterfinal match. Here is how that game sounded when Argentina got a game-winning goal.
Alvarez! Oh! That is scores a wondrous goal!
The World Cup semifinals, France versus Spain, tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Wednesday, England versus Argentina at 3 o'clock. On Saturday, the third-place match between the semifinal losers will happen at 5 o'clock. And on Sunday, the World Cup final from MetLife Stadium at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on July the 19th. That's what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report. We have more sports coming your way next with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, and we'll also take a look at what's gone on this date, July 13th, in history that's made this day a date to remember. Coming up next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA Zisco Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The Home Run Derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, weather caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2026. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
The Steve Steve Bertram. Sports Report is a service of John Funkhauser, Johnson Pullman Insurance.
The right health insurance coverage is vital and can be very complicated, including Medicare and group insurance. This is John Funkhauser. I can make it easy for you to understand, having specialized in health insurance for over 30 years. At Johnson Pullman, we are an independent agency. We can shop all the different chamber plans and numerous Medicare companies for the right coverage and best savings. Give me, John Funkhauser, a call at 859-955-4924. I look forward to insuring your future.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Little Riley Joe. Okay, thank you. Brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop for top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window, motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low tonight of 66. Tomorrow, sunny, 87 and 67, the high and low. Wednesday, sunny and 90. Thursday, sunny and 90. Right now, it's 8:27 in the morning. It is 71 degrees. Monday, the 13th day of the month of July. As we take a look at what's gone on this date in rock and roll, not rock and roll, pop, and R&B, although that is coming up. This date in history that's made this date a date to remember. Starting off on this date in 1960, where Senator John Kennedy of Massachusetts was nominated for president at the Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles on this date in 1960.
The rights of man, the civil and economic rights essential to the human dignity of all men, are indeed our goal and are indeed our first principle. This is a platform on which I can run with enthusiasm and with conviction.
Yeah, it was on this day, 1977, a power blackout hit the New York City area after lightning struck upstate power lines. The city went without electricity for 25 hours, and things went haywire in New York City.
The situation here in Brownsville was described as anarchy, war, rioting.
Yeah, people out just up to no good. And it was on this date, 1985, Arthur Ashe became the first African-American to be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame.
To call somebody a hero, it's more than just being a great champion or a great player or a great athlete. I mean, Arthur went so far beyond the tennis courts, oftentimes putting his life and his reputation and at risk to really help other people and do unbelievable things. He is really a sports hero.
Yeah, that was historian Charles Passerelle talking about the impact of Arthur Ashe being not just a sports hero, but a hero overall. And that's what's gone on this date, July 13th, that's made this date a date to remember in history on this date. 8:29 in the morning, a Ryanair passenger was partially sucked out of a window on a recent flight. Check out the audio from this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. If you look to your right, you'll see some mountains. And if you look to your left, don't look to your left. There's nothing to see there. It definitely isn't a guy who's getting sucked out of the plane window. Nope, nothing to see there. Flight attendants will be coming around with snacks. And, hey, lady in seat 4B, I told you not to look over there. Nothing's wrong, totally normal. That guy's just mooning another plane. Yeah, that's it. His boss is on that plane that's flying next to us, and he's mooning him. He's not getting sucked out. We know you have a choice which airline you fly, and you chose the one that's perfectly safe, and people don't get sucked out of our planes because it just doesn't happen. Okay, I think they bought it.
8:30 in the morning. News is now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Nearly a month later, Kentucky U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell has finally addressed his recent hospitalization.
Senator Mitch McConnell, according to a statement from his attending physician, is now undergoing physical therapy in order to reduce the risk of further falls. The 84-year-old suffered another fall on June 14th, which McConnell said caused him to lose consciousness briefly, but was told by doctors he did not suffer a concussion or broken bones, just minor injuries, as they also ruled out a heart attack or stroke, and during his recovery over the past several weeks has dealt with a mild case of pneumonia. The statement quoting McConnell and the attending physician comes after a request from Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear last week for the senator's office to give a medical update in order to provide transparency, especially with a number of theories on social media regarding McConnell's health. McConnell only has a few months left in the U.S. Senate, retiring in January after what will be his 7th term. I'm Sean Gallagher.
A new candidate for the next Kentucky governor has entered the ring. WDKY has learned that Rocky Atkins, a senior advisor to Governor Andy Beshear, will officially announce his candidacy later this month. Atkins is due to visit Lexington July 21st for an announcement, Louisville the 22nd. The Democratic candidate from Eastern Kentucky was the House Majority Leader from 1987 until 2019, serving Elliott, Lewis, and Rowan counties. He's now the second Beshear staff member to announce a run. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman announced her run back in May. And the longtime director and conductor of the Lexington Philharmonic has died at the age of 90. A close friend has shared the news of Dr. George Zach's death a few days after his birthday. The Arkansas native became the city's director in 1972 after a year-long search. He would lead the Lexington squad for 37 years before his retirement in 2009. The family of Zach say there will be celebrations in Lexington and Fishers, Indiana. That's where he lived, close to his daughter Kate. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi. I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. As Mercer County and Bergen continue to grapple with the issue of a data center, Boyle County announced that they had passed a one-year moratorium prohibiting data centers in Boyle County. They actually passed it early last month. This moratorium puts a 12-month prohibition on the acceptance, review, processing, or approval of any and all applications, permits, or requests related to the establishment, expansion, or construction of data centers within Boyle County. It also directs Boyle County Planning and Zoning to review, evaluate, and prepare text amendments or regulations for consideration by the fiscal court. The moratorium will run through June of next year. Speaking of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, they'll have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes updates from Solid Waste and Recycling Director Angie Muncy, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and a first reading on an animal control ordinance. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. And the Intersection Improvement Project is making its way into Boyle County. The project, which started in Anderson, came south to Mercer, will now come to Boyle County. Beginning today, left turn lanes and through lane on both eastbound and westbound lanes on Kentucky 34, that's Lebanon Road at mile point 12.2, will be closed. This will allow crews to pour new concrete approaches. The lanes are expected to remain closed through Friday. The City of Danville's final local government literacy class will be tomorrow. Beginning in March, the City of Danville held classes once a month on different topics, from how the water plant operates to city safety with the fire department to city planning. Tomorrow's local government literacy program will focus on Parks and Rec, where Public Works and Parks and Rec will get together for a grill and learn, grilling food and exploring how work and play make Danville a great place to live. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Michael Smith Park. You can register for the event at danvilleky.org/learn. And while much of the news of the special called city council meeting in Bergen last week focused on the annexation of property into the city limits of Bergen, a move that many believe could pave the way for a data center, one thing that happened to begin the meeting was the resignation of Mayor Jamie Keyboards. During Thursday's meeting, Bergen City Council voted to have Councilmember George Hensley chair the meeting in the absence of a mayor, but Bergen will have to name a replacement for Keyboards. Under Kentucky law, the council must fill that vacancy within 30 days. I'm Joe Mathis.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the wet adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal.
So shop now.
Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Rayan Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Rayan Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? Of course you do. The owners and operators have got you covered. Full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. Mostly sunny, a high of 85. A low tonight, 66. Sunshine, 87 tomorrow. Wednesday, sunny and 90. Thursday, sunny and 90. It's 8:39 in the morning. And Pimmy, what's going on with you?
Hi, I'm Pimothy Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Today, more and more couples are marrying later in life and have accumulated assets or established careers before getting married. Maybe you're marrying for the second time and have assets from a previous marriage, child support, or an inheritance to consider. You may want a prenuptial agreement to clarify what each of you brings into the marriage and how assets will be divided in the case of divorce or death. The prenuptial agreement is a legal contract entered into before marriage. Contemplating a prenuptial agreement may seem unromantic or feel like a lack of commitment, but it's merely a contract designed to anticipate and resolve areas that could become matters of dispute at a later date. The signing of a prenuptial agreement or not comes down to a decision you both make. Discuss it openly and determine what's right for you. Some couples feel that discussing these matters is awkward, maybe even insulting. Others feel it's the right thing to do and find nothing unromantic about planning their lives together in a practical way. They find the discussion and resolution of this issue gives them added security and more confidence in their decision to marry and build a life together. My love note for today: if a prenuptial agreement is something you want to consider, consult a financial planner or an attorney to get professional advice.
You've been entrusted with the keys to an incredible machine. Cars are an impressive feat of engineering that we take for granted every day, getting us from A to B. That's what they do. They take us places. But if you're speeding, you'll go places you never want to be. Getting a speeding ticket might seem like an inconvenience, but in reality, it's better than the alternative. When you speed, you risk your life, your passengers, and everyone else on the road. Because speeding can be paid for by NHTSA.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, head dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Have you heard about Farmers National Bank's Teller on Demand service? I gave it a try and I loved it. I simply touched the screen, talked with bank specialists live on screen, and they made it quick and easy. And the service even offers extended hours, 8 to 6 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturday. Teller on Demand is a quick and easy way to make withdrawals, deposits, or ask a question. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
Discover the power of radio. If you're a business owner and you want to reach new customers, you should consider radio. There are always new customers out there, whether it's from new families moving into the area, changing income levels, lifestyles, or buying habits. To reach that new business, first, they need to know you're there. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Hey, it's Scott Jennings, and I am proud to be on the radio in Danville, Kentucky. My daily show brings common sense to the Commonwealth. Whatever the news of the day, I'm going to sort it out and break it down with my straightforward analysis and commentary. We've got guests giving you the biggest insights into the day's news. So join us every weekday afternoon from 2 to 3 on WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9, or listen, hometownlive.net. It's the Scott Jennings Show on WHIR.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Hey, didn't have my mic on. I'm over here talking to nobody in particular. 8:43 in the morning, 71 degrees right here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR. Phone number to call in here this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio. We just talked about Mick Jagger in the celebrity news segment about an hour ago, about how he admitted that fame disassociates famous people from reality. And Mick Jagger also, in maybe the same interview, I don't know, but Mick Jagger kind of went on a rant about politics. And like if you follow music, you know, Bruce Springsteen is very political, extremely left-leaning, and Mick Jagger's like, hey, nobody wants to hear about your politics in a concert. They want to listen to your music, not hear you talk about politics. Well, you should check out the audio from a recent Rolling Stones concert. Check it out.
All right, welcome to the Rolling Stones concert. And don't worry, I know you don't want political lectures like you get at a Bruce Springsteen show, so I'm going to talk about what you want me to talk about. I want to talk about my new hip replacement. You see, I slipped and fell and broke my hip, and I got a hip replacement, and the pain pills really blocked me up, so I drink a lot of Metamucil to keep me regular, and sometimes Miralax, that helps too. And did I tell you about my new phone? It has really big buttons on it. Wait, where are you all going?
You go. Well, those Rolling Stone concerts getting interesting the older they get. Let's see what's going on in the world of food. Grub Gab, or you can just eat it. Starbucks is bringing back its S'mores Frappuccino for a limited time for this summer. It's joined by the new S'mores Cold Brew and Ice S'mores Chai. Last seen 6 years ago, the S'mores Frappuccino features a blend of vanilla syrup, coffee, milk, and ice poured over a layer of marshmallow-flavored whipped cream and a milk chocolate sauce, topped with whipped cream and a graham cracker crumble. It's slightly changed from what it first debuted was in 2015. It was made with a graham-flavored syrup instead of vanilla syrup back in 2015. The S'mores Cold Brew features cold brew coffee mixed with marshmallow syrup, topped with marshmallow cream cold foam, a milk chocolate drizzle, and a graham cracker crumble. And an Ice S'mores Chai is also available for a limited time. It takes an iced chai latte, mixes it with marshmallow syrup, and tops it off with marshmallow cream cold foam, a milk chocolate drizzle, and a graham cracker crumble at Starbucks. Burger King has added 2 variants of its signature original chicken sandwich with the launch of its new loaded jalapeno original chicken sandwich and new club original chicken sandwich. Both chicken sandwiches are available now for an LTO at participating locations nationwide. You can expect to see the loaded jalapeno original chicken sandwich, the club original chicken sandwich. Prices vary, but both the loaded and club cost $7.19, they say, at their local Burger King. $6.99 for an original chicken sandwich there at their local BK. The loaded jalapeno original chicken sandwich and the club chicken original sandwich. And hey, Dollar Tree is kind of like an unexpected treasure trove for foodies, hosts, and home cooks. The store serves up copycats of everything from your favorite water bottles to luxury kitchen items and dinnerware without a luxurious price tag. Besides trendy lookalikes, the chain has plenty of affordable serveware finds as well. But the best hidden gems are found in the grocery aisles, especially sweets, from chocolate bars to fun ice cream. And for example, here's one, the Haribo company, which makes snake-shaped gummies and bears. Apparently, they have banana gummies now at Dollar Tree. Haribo bananas. You can find them in buckets and in packs. They look and taste like bananas, but they aren't your typical Haribo gummy. Instead, the candies have a soft, chewy inside, encased in a hard shell dusted with sugar. While real bananas are soft, these candies are meant to have a little bit of a crunch. Dollar Tree has Haribo gummy bananas popping up on their store shelves. Burger King has got the loaded jalapeno chicken sandwich and the club chicken sandwich. And S'mores Frappuccino returns to Starbucks along with a new S'mores Cold Brew. Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Are you on your feet all day or dealing with shoes that just don't provide the right support? Danville Bike and Footwear is your destination for trusted shoe brands Brooks, Asics, Ultra, and Saucony, plus Power Step and Spinco insoles. Your feet need the right support, stability, and shock absorption for all-day comfort. Let the shoe specialist at Danville Bike and Footwear help you find the right shoe for your lifestyle. Stop by Danville Bike and Footwear at 417 West Main Street in downtown Danville next to City Hall.
The Danville Mailing Center makes shipping easy. UPS, FedEx, DHL, U.S. Postal Service. Let them find the fastest or most economical way. They'll even pack it up. It's the no-hassle way to ship. The Danville Mailing Center on Jane Trail across from McDonald's. Ask for your $3 discount.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA's ISCO Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The home run derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2020. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Need your property looking its best? Call Homescapes LLC, a trusted source for all your home, service, and property maintenance. We're licensed and fully insured, handling both residential and commercial properties with confidence. Lawn care and treatments, landscaping, excavation, construction, tree trimming and removal. One call does it all. Call 859-613-9161. That's 859-613-9161. And let Homescapes LLC get the job done right.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Visit our new location in Danville off the 127 bypass on Skywatch Drive. $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day from 7:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Monday through Sundays, packages start at just $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day. For $22 a month, you will enjoy unlimited washing and keep your car looking brand new all month long.
Whether you have one car or a whole fleet, we've got a plan for you.
At Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living, you get the independent living feel with just the assisted living support you need. Discover spacious suites with larger floor plans, full-size appliances, kitchenettes, private entry, featuring active living access to hobby and exercise areas, all with just a personalized support designed for each resident. Featuring restaurant-style dining with multiple menu options, it's the perfect balance of independent at the level of support you need. Get a personal tour and start the conversation at Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living. Find out more at morningpoint.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Right Meyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Marker Chris. For a free quote, 859-236-6686. Dexter Right Meyer Insurance, mostly sunny. High of 85, low of 66. Sunshine 87 tomorrow. Sunshine 90 Wednesday. Sunshine 90 Thursday. It's 8:54 in the morning. 71 degrees. Monday, July the 13th. I'm happy you're on the show this morning. 859-238-9447. 238 WHIR. We take a look at what's gone on this date, the 13th day of July, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date, 1942, where Roger McGuinn was born, guitarist and vocalist for the Byrds. In 1965, had this one at number 1. He had the fortunate distinction, I guess, of being the only member of the Byrds to actually play on this hit. The others were all session players. He toured with Bob Dylan in 1975 and 1976 as a part of Dylan's Rolling Thunder Revue, and later worked with fellow ex-Byrds Gene Clark and Chris Hillman to form McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman. On this date, 1942, Roger McGuinn was born. He's 84 years old today from the Byrds.
Take me for a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped, and my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1974. This man started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. charts with this one. George McCrae, the name of the artist, a 2-weeker with a song called Rock Your Baby. His only U.S. number 1, and was also number 1 in the U.K. Regarded by some as the first disco number 1, it was a New York City club hit first. The song is one of the best-selling singles in the world. On this date, 1974, George McCrae with Rock Your Baby. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, R&B music history, 1985, where this group became the first artist to have a number 1 U.S. single with a James Bond theme song. We get it to play here. There we go. That's Duran Duran, became the first artist to have a number 1 with a James Bond theme song. A View to Kill went number 1 this date, 1985, by Duran Duran.
Meeting you with a view to a kill. Face to face in secret places, feel the chill.
There you go, Duran Duran. Well, where's the other one at? There it is. George McCrae and Roger McGuinn have all made their mark on this date. Rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
A sacred wine, a mystery gaping inside.
6:58 in the morning, 90 seconds away from Top Hour News right here on The Joe Show. We're back in 60.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
At Sutton Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a neighbor. Our friendly team helps you stay healthy with quick refills, expert advice, and flu shots. Enjoy free local delivery and a convenient app to make managing your refills easy. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to the Lancaster community. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on West Maple Avenue.
Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every $1 donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
All right, 9 o'clock in the morning coming your way. It is a barren 9 o'clock in the morning hour. What does that mean? It means we don't have any guests coming on 9 o'clock in the morning hour. So hang with us, and we'll give you some breaking and trending news. We've got Gary Fogle, Kentucky sports memories. We got a lot more to talk about. There's a lot going on here on this Monday morning in Danville. 3 hours in, 1 hour to go.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Iran is striking back after the latest round of American attacks. More from Mark Mayfield.
Iran's Revolutionary Guards say they launched attacks against U.S. bases in several Gulf countries today, including Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, Oman, and Qatar. The two sides have been trading attacks since Iran attacked commercial shipping last week in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical maritime oil trade route. President Trump says that peace talks continue even though a negotiated ceasefire is over. Oil prices jumped again after word of the latest attacks.
Political leaders from both sides of the aisle are reacting to the sudden death over the weekend of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Alice Barr reports former Presidents Biden and George W. Bush have offered their condolences on social media, noting the veteran Republican's love of public service.
His death now leaving a hole in the Senate and prompting questions about who will replace him. He was running for a 5th term in South Carolina. The state now preparing instead for a snap primary, with the governor to name a temporary replacement through the end of the year.
President Trump says Graham was like a member of the family. He mourned the death of Graham on NBC's Meet the Press, which the South Carolina Republican had been scheduled to appear on Sunday morning. Graham was a chairman of the Senate Budget Committee and was one of President Trump's closest allies in Congress. His office says, according to a preliminary report from the medical examiner, the senator died of a tear in the aorta. Graham was 71 years old. There are still questions about the deadly police shooting of a 1-year-old boy outside a Mississippi Walmart. Nearly a month after Cohen Wiley was killed, a newly released police report provides few details about the shoplifting call that led to the gunfire by police. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767. 800-838-6767.
A bipartisan housing bill has automatically become law after President Trump refused to sign it last week, but also held off from vetoing it. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The landmark bill, known as the 21st Century Road to Housing Act, is designed to increase the housing supply in the U.S. and bring down costs, partly by limiting large investors from purchasing single-family homes. Trump refused to sign the bill because Congress wouldn't pass his Save America Act, which would place new restrictions on voting. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
A tech billionaire and his family have reached an agreement to buy the Seattle Seahawks. Scott Carr with details.
The estate of late Seahawks owner Paul Allen announced Saturday the team will be purchased by a group led by the co-founder of Sun Microsystems, Vinod Khosla, who's reportedly worth about $13.7 billion. ESPN reports the team is being bought for $9.6 billion. Kosela's wife will reportedly serve as the team's control owner, with his son also having a leadership role in the team. Details about the structure or financing have not been released. I'm Scott Carr.
One Dodgers star says he might skip the team's trip to the White House. More from Jason Nathanson in Los Angeles.
When the Dodgers go to the White House to celebrate last season's World Series win, don't bet on Mookie being there. Shortstop Mookie Betts says he'll probably skip the July 23rd trip, but it's not political. He tells the California Post that during the season, it's hard to find time to hang with his family, and he and his wife just had a new baby, so if he has a day off, he'd rather spend it with them. He says he's not trying to make it a whole big deal. Betts declined a Trump trip with the Boston Red Sox in 2019, but as a Dodger went to Biden's White House in 2021 and did make the Trump trip last year.
Moana managed to land on top of the box office this weekend. The live-action Disney remake starring Dwayne Johnson earned $43 million domestically. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is now the party of, it's just not a party that I recognize. And now they're embracing full-blown socialism. A new poll shows that this Democratic Socialists of America supporters are now, quote, rich, white, college-educated liberals. The Pew Research poll had the highest support from white, younger, upper-income, college-educated party members, despite their claim of standing against the elite of society and for the working class. 4 in 10 upper-income Democrats also say they like Democratic Socialists, compared to 34% of middle-income Democrats and 24% of low-income Democrats.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, here's the hard truth. Numbers do not lie. They might make you uncomfortable, but they don't lie. We've tracked the price of the S&P 500, gold and silver, over the last 5 years. Now, between January 2022, May 2026, and the peaks and valleys, the results are staggering. Now, the S&P is up a whopping 45%. Gold is up 110%. Silver up a staggering 415%. So the question is, are you holding all the right assets? Do you need a diversified portfolio? Now, this is where it has literally paid to be diversified, and that's why I want you to check out my partners at Goldco. They're offering my audience, you, a free gold and silver kit. They want to show you the ropes and actually educate you about the power of gold and silver. Plus, you can qualify for an extra 10% bonus in free gold or silver just for getting started. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815.
Danville Lee's Famous Recipes been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips or 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville Lee's Famous Recipes Southport. That's not just chicken, it's tradition.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to credit approval.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. As Mercer County and Bergen continue to grapple with the issue of a data center, Boyle County announced that they had passed a one-year moratorium prohibiting data centers in Boyle County. They actually passed it early last month. This moratorium puts a 12-month prohibition on the acceptance, review, processing, or approval of any and all applications, permits, or requests related to the establishment, expansion, or construction of data centers within Boyle County. It also directs Boyle County Planning and Zoning to review, evaluate, and prepare text amendments or regulations for consideration by the fiscal court. The moratorium will run through June of next year. Speaking of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, they'll have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow morning. Among the items on the agenda includes updates from Solid Waste and Recycling Director Angie Muncy, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and a first reading on an animal control ordinance. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. And the Intersection Improvement Project is making its way into Boyle County. The project, which started in Anderson, came south to Mercer, will now come to Boyle County. Beginning today, left turn lanes and through lane on both eastbound and westbound lanes on Kentucky 34, that's Lebanon Road at mile point 12.2, will be closed. This will allow crews to pour new concrete approaches. The lanes are expected to remain closed through Friday. The City of Danville's final local government literacy class will be tomorrow. Beginning in March, the City of Danville held classes once a month on different topics, from how the water plant operates to city safety with the fire department to city planning. Tomorrow's local government literacy program will focus on Parks and Rec, where Public Works and Parks and Rec will get together for a grill and learn, grilling food and exploring how work and play make Danville a great place to live. It's tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Michael Smith Park. You can register for the event at danvilleky.org/learn. And while much of the news of the special called City Council meeting in Bergen last week focused on the annexation of property into the city limits of Bergen, a move that many believe could pave the way for a data center, one thing that happened to begin the meeting was the resignation of Mayor Jamie Keyboards. During Thursday's meeting, Bergen City Council voted to have Councilmember George Hensley chair the meeting in the absence of a mayor, but Bergen will have to name a replacement for Keyboards. Under Kentucky law, the council must fill that vacancy within 30 days. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at The Little Sign Shop under new owners and operators. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low of 66. Sunshine 87 tomorrow. Wednesday, sunny, and 90 is your high. It's 9:11 in the morning right now. It's 72 degrees here in Danville. Monday, the 13th day of the month of July. 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on the Joe Show. Waking you up with the news headlines as you get settled into your work chair today. And I tell you what, the federal health authorities are continuing to investigate an intestinal illness caused by a parasite that spread to 31 states now. The CDC said it's received 843 confirmed cases of cyclopariasis as of Thursday. Michigan alone reported over 1,500 cases as of Friday. Again, the CDC talked about Thursday, 843, Michigan, 1,500 alone in Michigan Friday. The numbers are likely higher because they only account for reported cases. The CDC says as of Thursday, there have been 86 hospitalizations nationally, but no deaths. The areas hit the hardest by the outbreak appear to be in the Midwest and the Northeast. All right, Barbie fans are going to be flocking to the post office today, but you have to take out a second mortgage to be able to afford stamps now. What are they, 82 cents? That is unbelievable. 82 cents for a stamp, and Barbie fans will be able to get the new USPS Barbie stamps. Their latest offering goes on sale today. Features Barbie-themed stamps designed in collaboration with Mattel. The post office says the stamps were created with a spirit of fun, using a mix of eye-catching shades, but leaning heavily on pink. The stamps are also a third taller than usual. What else is going on? The spread of measles in the U.S. this year is outpacing the case count for all of 2025. The CDC said it's received reports of about 2,231 confirmed measles cases as of July 9th. The U.S. is now less than 60 cases away from reaching last year's total. The CDC found that 93% of this year's outbreaks are linked to people who are unvaccinated or whose vaccination status is not known. South Carolina is the state that has reported the most cases this year with 670. Symptoms include fever, cough, fatigue, watery eyes, and runny nose, followed by a rash. The FDA is recalling 2 lots of Pedigree canned wet dog food because it may contain sharp fragments of metal or plastic. The 13.2-ounce cans of Pedigree high-protein chopped chicken and duck failed quality control by parent company Mars Pet Care and were supposed to be destroyed by a third party. Mars says instead the food was fraudulently funneled back into the marketplace and sold to unknowing customers. Swallowing sharp objects can cause choking in dogs and a number of serious illnesses, including gastrointestinal blockages. The lots recalled are 613C3KK-CFC and 613C1KK-CFC. President Donald Trump threatened Iran on Saturday after the funeral of their former supreme leader and featured open calls for Trump's killing at that funeral. Writing on a social media platform, Trump said 1,000 missiles are aimed at Iran, with thousands more to follow should the Iranian government act on its threat to assassinate him. He added the U.S. military is ready to decimate and destroy all areas of Iran. Mourners at the funeral repeatedly held banners calling for Trump and Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu to be killed. The bipartisan housing bill became law overnight Saturday without President Trump's signature, and lawmakers from both parties did celebrate. The 21st Century Road to Housing Act will ease the housing shortage by boosting supply, loosening construction regulations, and limiting Wall Street investors from buying up homes. It passed the Senate 85-5 and the White House 358-32, both veto-proof margins. Trump refused to sign, saying in a social media post that he was acting in protest because the Senate had not taken up the unrelated Save America Act, an elections bill Democrats have rejected. Senator Elizabeth Warren released a video shot during a walk, visibly excited the bipartisan housing bill became law, and took a jab at President Donald Trump in the process. Listen.
My bipartisan housing bill, it's now law. That's right. While Donald Trump was sleeping, Road to Housing became law without his signature. Yeah, the rent is too high, and Donald Trump still just wouldn't sign the damn bill.
Well, there you go. And Democratic Rep. Ro Khanna says he was briefly detained by Israeli settlers and the military during a visit to the West Bank last week. In a social media post Saturday, the California congressman said that on Wednesday, near the hamlet of Kirbit Zanuta, settlers armed with American-made rifles blocked the road and detained him and other Americans traveling with him in a bus. That's what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports, and HometownLive.net. Little breaking and trending action for you. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. Have you been watching the World Cup? I have not since the U.S. got eliminated, but I think I mentioned last week, I enjoy going back and watching the replays of the goals. I love the goals scored of the World Cup. You know, people are playing as hard as they can. These guys playing as hard as they can for their country, for their homeland, and they get charged up when they make goals. And I do too, watching the replays. So you're watching the World Cup maybe, and you thought, come on, what are you waiting for? Even I could have scored by now. The question is, do you actually think you could score a goal in the World Cup? In a new survey, 28% of people said they believe they could score against a professional goalkeeper, specifically by converting a penalty kick. Now, obviously, younger people were more likely to say that. 43% of Gen Zers feel they could beat a World Cup goalie, along with 37% of millennials, 26% of Gen Xers, and 12% of baby boomers who say, oh, I could score a goal. In a separate poll, 19% of Americans said they definitely or probably score if they were called in for a penalty kick in a FIFA World Cup match. On the flip side, 55% say they definitely or probably would not score. So there's a lot more people who think they would not than they would. Again, younger men. This is not shocking to you. They have big egos, and they were the most likely to boast they could score. But personally, I'd like to give a shout-out to the 6% of women ages 65 and older who fearlessly believe that they could convert a penalty kick if they were brought into the World Cup to represent their country in a penalty kick situation. I love it. 25% or so of people think they could score a World Cup goal. What do you think? Well, knowing that goalies are basically guessing which way to dive, it's a 50-50 coin flip, right? Just got to put it in the net. It's 9:18 Sports with Gary Fogles now.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And this week, a conversation with former UK football great Paul Calhoun.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
The University of Kentucky recently named its latest Hall of Fame class, and one of the members on it, Paul Calhoun. The Louisville native played football at UK from 1981 through 84, and he was outstanding as both a punter and a defensive back, All-American in both. But before he was outstanding at UK as that defensive back, he made his name as the punter. And that's where we begin our conversation.
When did you become a punter? Because most little kids, when they're playing on the playground, they don't, no offense, but they don't dream of becoming a punter. You know, they want to be the quarterback or the wide receiver or whatever. So when did punting come into your picture?
Well, that's kind of the thing with when you're young. You know, they usually take, fifth and sixth grade, they'll take one of the best athletes and say, here, take the ball and kick it and see how far you kick it down the field. So, he pretty much started as a fifth grader. Fifth and sixth grade, and they just said, here, take the ball and just no really style or anything, just kick it as hard as you can down the field.
Did you enjoy being a punter as a kid?
Not really. It wasn't obviously near as fun as being, a running back or wide receiver or defensive back.
Because I assume as a kid in Little League, you played all those other positions.
Yes. Yeah, I got to play in high school. I was, I was running back in grade school, and then in high school I became like a receiver. And then my junior year, I think they moved me to defensive back. Said, you're going to be better off as a defensive back trying to go to college.
And when he graduated in 1981 from high school, Louisville Bishop David High School, he was heavily recruited by many colleges as both a defensive back and a punter. As we said, he ultimately chose UK, where he starred there. But he initially did not plan on going to Kentucky. He had actually decided to go elsewhere. Tomorrow, he'll share that story. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. All right, this is a pretty cool little list here. So we all live in this great country, and we all have, our favorite fast food restaurants. And even if we don't, there's ones that we can't get here, right? Like In-N-Out, Whataburger, obviously not in this area. But we would still be able to cross the path with one and just stop and eat at one. Well, it's not that way for people visiting this country for the World Cup, right? Because some places, if they're coming from Germany or coming from England, I'm sure there's a crossover at some point, but some of these restaurants that we have the luxury of eating at every day are just simply American brands. So this is a list of what's being called a fast food bucket list. An American fast food bucket list that features one recommended item from each fast food chain for travelers here from the World Cup. So it basically says, look, if you want to eat cheap, there are great restaurants to eat at in this country, but if you want to eat cheap and you want to try out American fast food, this is the bucket list of things that you should try out from these fast food restaurants. So let me give you some of these and I'll let you talk or let you think about it. Now, two of them, In-N-Out and Whataburger, we don't have in this area. So I'm actually going to skip over those because to me it doesn't matter what they say, try. It's not like we can try them anyway. The others, Sonic. All right, so they have a Sonic bucket list item. Culver's. Got one in Nicholasville. I know I read in the Advocate that someone had applied for a permit to build a Culver's in Danville. I don't know when that's going up or what the timeline is on that, but Culver's. We got a Jersey Mike's now. Dairy Queen and White Castle. And I actually ate White Castle Friday night. I was in Lexington, was hungry, stopping back from Lexington, stopped at White Castle. So think about those. What would be your bucket list item if maybe you knew someone was visiting from outside the country and they wanted to try out American fast food? What would you recommend they try at Sonic, Culver's, Jersey Mike's, Dairy Queen, and White Castle? We'll talk about it coming up next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA's ISCO Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The Home Run Derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, weather caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2026. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 77 years in the Bluegrass. We're Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Enjoy a home-cooked dinner in our shaded courtyard before the show. Shows are nightly, Tuesday through Saturdays. New showtime, 8 o'clock p.m. instead of 8:30. Dinner is optional, and now served only on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. The Iron Baby Angel, adapted by Robbie Henson. A Kentucky Voices world premiere through July 18th. Follow the misadventures of a young Harold Hines Jr., a precocious Tom Sawyer-like character, as he navigates the quirky places and unique faces that populated Danville in 1909. This Kentucky Voices original celebrates our hometown history and America's 250th anniversary. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road, here in Danville. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Need to see a physician? Then Ready Care Clinic is ready for you. Walk-ins are welcome and no appointment needed at the Ready Care Clinic, locations in Lawrenceburg, Harrisburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville. The Ready Care Clinic.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, 9:30 in the morning. Got Kana News, and we'll go over the fast food bucket list items for World Cup visitors coming up next.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Tyler Smith's family is disputing Lexington Police's conclusion on the matter of his death July 4th. The department says his death was accidental from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but the family does not buy that story. Police have charged 20-year-old Bryce Chestnut for physical evidence tampering, something the family calls insufficient. Grandmother Niecy Anderson and Uncle Trayvon Petty telling WLEX Smith was never depressed nor had suicidal tendencies. Lexington police continue to investigate. Kentucky State Police have charged the victim's stepfather in a deadly Middlesboro shooting from Saturday night. Wiley Denzel Pittman was arrested for that death of Danny Brown Jr. He was found near Bell County Coal. Kentucky State Police continue to investigate. Pittman remains in the Bell County Detention Center for a murder charge. The Simpson County Sheriff's Office is taking social media posts to task as they point out fraudulent rental listings across TikTok. The office confirmed to WBKO that most of these posts list properties in Franklin and Simpson counties, with those listed with incorrect owners. Officials warned those thinking about rentals to always meet the owners, the landlords, or the property managers in person before handing your money. And it's officially the end of the term for London's mayor. Travis Laird explains.
Former Lamborghini driving mayor of London, Kentucky, has officially thrown in the towel. Randall Weddle resigned this weekend, just hours before the city council could formally kick him out of office. His political collapse ends a tenure highlighted by him allegedly mortgaging city property, directing the police force to investigate his enemies, and maintaining a fake residence to allow him to run for mayor of London while he and his family lived in Keevee. I'm Travis Laird.
And I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
When that time comes and you need an electrician, plumber, someone to fix your heating and air, or garage door care, Kentucky Service Company is your professionals for serving real needs and fixing real problems. Expect clear communication, fair pricing, and craftsmanship you can trust. The KSE family brand includes Fire Stretcher, Heating and Air, Hearst, Electric and Plumbing, and newly added Easy Open Garage Doors. These companies are built on heritage, serving with pride. They are your home's best friend. Kentucky Service Companies.
Did you know there's money available to help you pay for trade school or college? Yep, and all you need to do is fill out the free application for federal student aid, also known as the FAFSA. Completing the FAFSA costs you nothing but time, and it can pay off big. And there are experts across Kentucky who can help. For more info, visit gearupky.org/money. That's gearupky.org/money.
Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Caring for someone with memory loss isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. In fact, the needs of someone in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's are very different from someone in their later stages. That's why the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care offers a one-story home-like community featuring 2 distinct memory care areas, each designed to meet residents where they are in their journey. Giving you an excellent, thoughtful approach to memory care, you can trust the Lantern professionals at Morning Point of Danville Memory Care, offering the right setting, right support, right time at morningpoint.com.
Hello, this is James David Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that Preston Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home. Our family serving your family.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends over at Southern Heating and Cooling, keeping your home cozy as your comfort is their priority. Veteran owned, family operated, locally trusted. Go online to southernheatingcooling.com, 324-2770. Mostly sunny, a high today of 85, a low tonight 66. Tomorrow, sunshine, 87 degrees is your high. On Wednesday, sunshine and a high near 90, and it's going to be that way all week long, sunny and clear skies. And the temperatures into the upper 80s and low 90s. Right now, 9:35 in the morning, and we've got Maggie, the intern, in studio with us. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
Doing all right?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. The magic window is blowing your hair all over the place.
Feels so good.
Yes. Yeah, we open the window up, and that magic window blows the air right through here. So I asked the question, Maggie, before you weren't with us in here. You were on our sister station on WHBM. I asked the question of people, and I gave them a handful of different restaurants. Sonic, Culver's, Jersey Mike's, Dairy Queen, and White Castle. And what would be the item that you would pick for a tourist from out of the country to try from these restaurants? Now, you may be thinking, why those restaurants? Well, some American fast food brands, like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, KFC, Starbucks, they're already all really easy to find around the world. Mm-hmm. But some fast food restaurants are basically strictly American, and they're much harder or even impossible to find outside the U.S. These restaurants have now become like local icons for people visiting the country from other countries for the World Cup. And each has a signature item that reflects a different part of American food culture. All right, so here we go. Maggie says she's never tried Jersey Mike's, so we're throwing Jersey Mike's out. I will say this is the item they pick for Jersey Mike's. You order any cold sub, you get it Mike's way. Now, when you say that, it adds onions, lettuce, tomatoes, olive oil, red wine vinegar, oregano, and salt, which gives it that signature flavor. All right, that's where they pick out for Jersey Mike's. I asked Maggie about the other ones on here. Sonic, she said, yeah, she's had Sonic before. Culver's, she's had Culver's. Dairy Queen, she's had Dairy Queen. And White Castle, she has not had. But apparently you got family members that love White Castle, so you know a little bit about it. All right, so let's start off with Sonic, Maggie. I'll give you a hint. I actually ate Sonic last week. So
me too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right, so this is not a food item. This is a drink from Sonic. What do you think is picked as the Sonic menu item that a World Cup out-of-the-country tourist should try?
I feel like I know what it is, so I'm going to say the ocean water.
The ocean water is a great guess.
Oh, it's not it?
But is absolutely incorrect. But that is a good guess, though. When I think Sonic drinks, one thing that I think super good, my wife loves it too, the cherry limeade.
Yep.
So they picked out the cherry limeade.
I feel like those are the top two.
Ocean water and
that
cherry
people
limeade,
get.
yes. It says cool off with a cherry limeade, a sweet tart drink served over Sonic's signature crushed ice. You're 0 for 1. Number 2, Culver's. Now, this may throw you for a loop. Because you think Culver's, you think they don't even call it ice cream. They're like
custard.
They're snobby about whatever they serve there. This is not a custard. This is not a sweet item.
Really?
This is like a side item.
Okay.
So this is not a main item. This is something you would get as like a side or like maybe as like an appetizer type thing. Not that you're ordering apps at Culver's, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the pretzel bites and cheese. That's what I get.
Pretzel bites and cheese?
Yes.
Great guess.
I'm bad at this.
Absolutely incorrect. Wisconsin cheese curds.
Oh.
For Culver's,
that
Maggie.
makes sense.
Yeah, made with real Wisconsin cheese, inspired by Midwestern fairs. When's the last time you had Culver's?
Probably a few months ago when I was at school. We have a Culver's up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
I
had
got
Culver's last week.
a double burger.
Oh, their butter burgers are
Yes,
awesome. Yeah.
they're so good.
All right, you said Jersey Mike's is next. We already talked about that. Dairy Queen. What would be the item that you would tell an out-of-town, out-of-country tourist, they're here, they're excited to try American fast food? Dairy Queen, it is a sweet item.
Oh, a blizzard of any kind?
Yes, a blizzard of any kind. You got that one right, Maggie. A classic blizzard blends soft serve with candy, cookies, and other mix-ins for one of America's favorite frozen
I
treats.
feel like they would freak out when they turn it upside down with the window, too.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
be like, what are you doing?
What is this witchcraft? You're not telling people to go to Dairy Queen to try out the chicken strip basket, and it's good. You're not telling them to go to Dairy Queen to get a flamethrower burger, and it's good. What's Dairy Queen known for?
The blizzard.
The blizzard, right? So that makes the most sense. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard is the way to go. And then lastly, so you got that one right. Lastly, Maggie, you said you've never had White Castle. I actually, believe it or not, out of the 4 restaurants we've gone over, I've had 3 out of the 4 in the last week alone. Because I had White Castle late Friday night. Me and Rebecca were in Lexington. She said she was a little hungry. I really wasn't. So we split a sack of White Castle burgers with cheese on them. And I ate 6 of them, and I wasn't even hungry. But you say you have never had White Castle, but you know about it. What would you say? Kind of simple item here. This is what you got to try at White Castle. It is, this one's pretty obvious. What would you tell them to try out of White Castle?
Like the classic cheeseburger?
Yeah, just the classic slider. Now, the original slider from
the
White
little
Castle
ones.
does not actually have cheese on it. They come without cheese. To add cheese, it costs extra. I would tell them to add cheese because there's not a single burger I've ever had in my life where putting cheese on it made it worse.
Right.
Cheese exponentially always improves a burger, regardless of how well the burger is cooked. The original slider keeps it simple: a small beef patty, grilled onions, and a pickle, offering a bite of fast food history. There
that
you
sounds
go.
good.
Now, have you had an In-N-Out burger?
I have. I went to In-N-Out when I was in Utah, and it was so good.
Was it good?
Yes.
I've never had In-N-Out. What would you...
I make it here since we don't have In-N-Out. I
What do you mean?
looked up a recipe of trying to make it at home. And their sauce.
Okay, it's their
It's
sauce
so
that you're trying to...
good.
Okay. Is that like the spicy ketchup?
It's got like mayonnaise, ketchup, and pickled relish, and mustard, and it has vinegar in it. It's really good.
So that's what they're famous for?
Yes.
Okay, what would you recommend? So I've never had In-N-Out. Do you remember what you got at the In-N-Out in Utah?
Well, this was before I knew what In-N-Out really was. Like they have this thing called a secret menu, and it's not. There's 3 things on the actual menu. It's 3 different types of
that's
burgers.
it?
Yeah.
So it's like the Raising Cane's of burger restaurants.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me. Simplify stuff for us. You either get 1, 2, or 3.
Yep. and I got just a plain cheeseburger.
Okay.
But since then, I've recently found out that there was the secret menu, and they have like a grilled onion burger where there's no bun. It's just a grilled onion as the bun. And it looks so good, and when I
Okay.
make it at home, it's delicious. So I would get that.
All right, so we don't need an In-N-Out. Maggie she's flinging the In-N-Out burgers out of her apartment in Richmond.
Yep.
Well, have you had a Whataburger?
I've not.
Okay, Whataburger, it says, I have not either, but the honey butter chicken biscuit is the one they pick
that
out
does
for
sound
tourists.
good.
Combines crispy chicken with sweet honey butter on a flaky Southern-style biscuit. There you go. The top items that Food and Wine magazine is the one who did this, picked out for a tourist visiting the country that want to try American fast food. It's 9:43 in the morning, and we are coming back after this to wrap up the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Hey Maggie, did you hear about the latest fantastic listing that Marcia Case just listed over on Paradise Camp Road in Bergen?
Yeah, we drove past it just the other day. It looks perfect.
Did you know it's an all-brick, 5-bedroom home on 5 acres on Paradise Camp Road with an amazing creek?
Wow, talk about sweet. That's a great opportunity for anyone.
If you're looking to buy, call Marcia Case. She is the broker of the one and only independently owned A Showcase Real Estate Group.
A creek, you don't say.
Don't just list it, showcase it.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Major League Baseball draft is in the books. 6 players with ties to the University of Kentucky were selected. Shortstop Tyler Bell went to the Colorado Rockies with the 10th overall pick in the first round. Football signee Matt Ponatonsky was taken in the 18th round by Cincinnati Reds. 5 Louisville players were drafted. U of L outfielder Zion Rose was taken 6th overall by Kansas City. National High School Player of the Year Grayson Willoughby from Louisville Trinity went undrafted and will play for UK. The PGA Zisco Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club in Louisville was won by American Stephen Fisk in a 3-hole playoff with Canadian Taylor Pendrith. Both players finished the par 70 championship course with 16 under par, 264s. Ben Silverman and Aaron Wise were tied for third at 15 under par. Another golf event played was the Genesis Scottish Open, which was won by Tom Kim of South Korea. Kim shot a 6 under par 64 Sunday to finish at 17 under, 2 shots ahead of Minwoo Lee of Austria. Matt Fitzpatrick, Keita Nakajima, Robert McIntyre, and American Johnny Kiefer tied for third place at -13. Kentucky native Justin Thomas tied for 50th. The World Cup men's soccer semifinals are set for this week. Spain plays France tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in Arlington, Texas, while defending champion Argentina meets England at 3 o'clock Wednesday in Atlanta. The consolation match is set for Saturday with championship Sunday at 3. Here were the quarterfinal scores. France over Morocco 2-0, England 2, Norway 1, Spain 2, Belgium 1, and Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. Baseball is headed to the All-Star break in Philadelphia. The Home Run Derby is set for tonight. Starting pitchers Tuesday night will be Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies for the National League and Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays for the American League. In yesterday's action, the Cubs doubled up the Reds 8-4 to win 2 out of 3 in their series. Cincinnati has lost its last 4 series and is 9 games under 500 at the break. At the Quaker State 400 NASCAR Cup race, weather caused an over 3-hour delay last night at Echo Park in Atlanta. It eventually went to overtime, where Ryan Blaney earned his second win of 2026. Christopher Bell was second and Carson Hocevar third. Blaney won the first 2 stages of the night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
The skies are calling. Introducing Flying Fox, taking flight only at Kentucky Kingdom. Strap in and soar on Kentucky's newest suspended coaster. Flying Fox climbs over 6 stories high, taking you higher, faster, bolder. Bring the whole family to enjoy it all, including the new Discovery Meadow. This summer on the all-new Flying Fox, only at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park.
Are you at risk for diabetes? Nearly 1 in 3 adults are living with prediabetes that, without intervention, could become type 2 diabetes. Know your risk in 26. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org. See your healthcare provider if you are high risk and make lifestyle changes to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action now. Take the online screening at doihaveprediabetes.org. Supported by your Boyle County Health Department.
The best football teams always get the call right, and you need to make the right call before you excavate. If you don't and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate, and you could be fined up to $1,250. So make the right call. Put safety first. Call 811 before you dig. Touchdown! Oh my goodness! This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
I'm just letting this song jam out. Well, it was only 16 seconds long anyway. Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. 859-238-9447. Big news. Yeah, real big news coming for a movie that was released this year. This is good stuff for this Michael Jackson biopic, which was just titled Michael. Became the first biopic ever to pass $1 billion at the box office. $1 billion. Wow, the success gives Lionsgate its first $1 billion release as well. Helped boost Jackson's legacy despite poor reviews from critics, which is awesome. I love when critics try to give something a poor review and people are like, we don't care what you have to say. What does Randy Graham say? An expert is just a little spurt from far away. Fans embrace the movie with packed theaters and sing-alongs, overshadowing its 38% Rotten Tomatoes score. Nobody cares what you think, experts, quote-unquote. We like what we like. A sequel is currently in development. Jackson's music catalog also saw a giant boost in streams after the movie came out, which saw him topping the Billboard Artist 100, while his 2014 Deep Cut Chicago finally debuted at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. The first ever biopic to reach $1 billion at the box office. Michael Jackson's Michael. All right, anybody ready for the TBT tournament, which will throw together a handful of teams, many of them alumni from their school playing in this tournament. Kentucky's got a team as well, the La Familia team, and not all of them are Kentucky players. There are 4 or 5 guys who have no connections to UK whatsoever, but UK actually starts off the tournament Saturday playing the Louisville team. And Reed Travis, former Kentucky Wildcats, back in Kentucky blue and white, is excited about playing in this tournament.
Reed Travis looks forward to reconnecting with the BBN. We'll talk about that coming up on A Look at UK Sports.
Boating season is here. Pro Circuit Major League fisherman Ryan Armstrong reveals why E10 is his fuel of choice.
All the people that it supports across the country with farmers and ethanol plants, so it's a big deal. Marine engines are designed for it. Back before we didn't have ethanol, you would have to clean your fuel rails. You had more engine deposits. Ethanol burns hotter, it burns cleaner, so your engine runs better. You don't have to get things serviced on your engines as much. No performance issues whatsoever. That basket will fly.
Learn more at ethanolrfa.org.
The transfer portal was not a thing anybody even talked about back when Reed Travis came from Stanford to UK. It worked out well for the big fella as he played on an Elite 8 team and got to experience the Big Blue Nation. And he's looking forward to reconnecting this week as he returns to play for the Kentucky team, La Familia, in the basketball tournament.
I mean, it blew every expectation out the water. I didn't know what I was getting into. I mean, coming from Stanford, I mean, we have fans, but there's nothing like BBN. There's nothing like the atmosphere around Kentucky basketball. So honestly, every day I think I was shocked. It was like a new thing. I was like, man, this is different. This is different in a great way. It was just like a whole new level for me. But it was the best thing. It's the best thing. It was like the best year I've had playing basketball. Even as a pro now, I look back and I'm like, man, I wish it didn't go so fast or that I had more time there.
What's the appeal of this particular opportunity when Twani Beckham gave you the call about being able to join them for this season?
Yeah, honestly, just getting back on campus, like obviously there's a prize pool and everyone wants to make money, and that's going to be great if we can win the championship. But just to get back, I haven't been back in 3 or 4 summers.
La Familia starts TBT against the Louisville alumni team this Saturday night at historic Memorial Coliseum. That's a look at UK sports.
There you go. Yeah, looking at UK sports Mondays and Fridays right here on the Joe Show on WHIR News Talk Sports. Hey, people in Bergen are over there grappling with a data center. I would say it's not really the people in Bergen that are grappling. It's maybe more the city council. People in Bergen, they ain't grappling with the idea. They're like, we don't want it. So ain't no grappling from them, really. But, you know, a lot of people use artificial intelligence every day. But there's a way where AI can almost ruin your brain. And a staff writer did a story from The Atlantic on how AI is already breaking our brains. There's clear evidence that we're not thinking for ourselves as much as we used to. It's just easy to ask AI or even Google something, but to have AI do whatever you want to for you. So if you don't want AI to break your brain, here's a few techniques to try if you want to prevent AI from doing too much and almost, cowering your brain away. Number 1, ask for hints, but do not ask for answers. People who ask AI to directly answer their questions suffer severe declines in motivation and ability. But people who ask AI for background thinking or clarifications do not. So they already have what they believe is the answer. They're not asking for the answer. They have come up with the answer themselves. Then they ask AI, what about this? And AI can maybe use that to clarify, well, this looks good, or what about this, right? You're kind of just taking ideas necessary for AI for your answer, not the answer itself. Makes sense. Number 2, start with a blank page. When you want its take on something, write up your own analysis and conclusion. So it's kind of like number 1. Don't just go straight to it. You write up what you think is correct, then ask AI to challenge what you think, not produce what you want it to think. You're not producing your thoughts with AI. You already have your thoughts. You're asking AI to produce it or to challenge it. Number 3, rotate tasks. Every time you do a task with AI, follow it with a task that does not involve AI. That will keep your creative effort muscles alive, so you're not always relying on AI for the same thing, where your brain doesn't have to operate for that same thing all the time. You're rotating what you ask AI to do. Interesting. And number 4, make a sharp distinction between rote work and creative work. Let AI write quick emails. That's fine, but don't let it write your essays or your memos. 4 ways to stop AI from ruining your brain. Number 1, ask for hints, not answers. Number 2, start with a blank page. Number 3, rotate tasks. And number 4, make a sharp distinction between rote work and creative work. It's 9:57 in the morning. Greta Thunberg, who made news headlines back years ago, when she said, "How dare you," at a conference about climate change. How dare you? And she became famous for saying, "How dare you?" Well, her sister is a pop singer, and she has nothing to say about climate change. She's like, that's my sister's thing. I'm just a pop singer. So her and her sister are like 2 completely, totally different people, apparently. Well, check out this new show coming on TV.
Coming to TV, the sitcom with 2 sisters who couldn't be more different. It's the Thunberg Sisters, starring Greta Thunberg.
How dare you? I should be in school.
And her risque pop singer sister, who has nothing to say about climate change.
Sister, don't you hate climate change? No? Nothing to say?
Watch as they try to get along despite their differences.
Sister, you left the sprinklers on all night. You wasted water. How dare you? Don't you care about the environment? No? How dare you?
It's the Thunberg sisters.
Sister, we agreed that we would both drive electric cars. Yet you're still driving a huge truck that runs on diesel fuel when people are suffering. How dare you? Nothing to say? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Coming to TV.
The Thunberg sisters. All right, there's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Monday morning. Hope I'm going to start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis, signing off. Back with you tomorrow morning. Dark and early. Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. The Joe Show, AM 1230 and 103.9 FM. WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports. And remember, if you're watching the live stream, that QR code, registration, Ashland Danville VBS. Night number 1 is tonight. These decorations are unbelievable. Get your kids signed up. QR code right behind me on the window. If you're watching on the live stream on Facebook, you can just blow it up on the computer there if it's too small, and it'll scan. But mine was scanning from even like the smaller view today. So get them signed up. Ashland Danville VBS tonight. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning on the Joe Show. KSR's coming up next.